Hello and welcome to Spirit Among Us. Life is full of all kinds of different plans. We have so many ambitions. We have so many dreams and hopes for our lives. There are so many things that we look forward to doing, that we intend to do throughout our lives. We all want to make a difference in the world in some way. As Christians, we know the best way to do that. We know the best way to make a difference is to fulfill God's purpose for our lives. So we may have plans to do that wherever He's calling us. But we also have smaller plans as well. The day-to-day things like meeting up with friends or scheduling events or just having some free time. And God has given us free will and the ability to make choices. He's given us freedom with this. But we are also in a world where God is orchestrating things together to ultimately lead to the end goal, a new heaven and a new earth. That is the goal in all of this. So while God does give us free will, we also need to realize that things won't always work out the way we plan because there's a bigger plan going on. New heaven and new earth is our ultimate hope, the thing we have to look forward to above all else. But as a result of this, we also know that our plans don't always work out. Sometimes we will be blocked from doing certain things at certain times, and God does this to protect us, to keep us in His will, and to lead us all in that direction of what His ultimate plan is. But if we're going to be honest, in that moment, it isn't always easy to see that. And in fact, it's actually pretty difficult to see that sometimes. It's pretty hard to say, yeah, okay, I trust God's plan. I see where my ultimate goal is, so I don't have to worry about what's happening now. It's hard to do that. But God still tells us that we need to trust Him. Proverbs chapter 3, verses 5 and 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will make straight your paths. This proverb here tells us to trust God with all of our heart, not even to trust in our own understanding. So what this is saying is that when it comes to us trusting God, we just need to simply trust. Just simply trust Him. Don't rely on your own understanding. Trust Him with all your heart, and He will straighten our path before us. Now, does that mean He'll make the path for us easy? Well, no, not necessarily. Sometimes that is what God does for us. Sometimes He wants to just make the path easy during a certain season of our lives. Sometimes He just makes the path simple for us, straightforward. But sometimes all this means here by Him straightening our path is that He is leading us and He will show us a clear path. Because let's face it, life isn't all rainbows and sunshine and butterflies. There are hard times in life. There are devastating times, traumatic moments, horrible things that we go through. Not all of us go through the same bad things, but we all have bad things we go through. And so in those moments, God creating a straight path for us is Him clearly leading us. And He does that when we trust in Him. Now, it's kind of hard to hear this honestly, but that's why it's so important for us to trust God. I mean, we want to hear that God's just going to make it all easy, that He's going to make the path so simple, it's going to be straightforward, it'll just be happy from this point out. But that's not the truth. And that's why we need to trust Him. He has the way, and He has the plan. And guess what? His plan is perfect. Psalm 18 verse 30. As for God, His way is perfect. The Lord's word is flawless. He shields all who take refuge in Him. Now, one thing we need to understand is that our God is literally perfect. His word is flawless and His way is perfect. This is the truth, and this is the truth we must hold on to when our circumstances don't make sense. When things don't add up, when we can't make sense of what's going on around us, this is what we need to trust in. When we don't understand the plan, we need to call on this truth that God is perfect and we can trust in His timing and plan completely. So whatever you are going through in your life right now, whether it's good, bad, or ugly, God has the plan and He knows what He is doing. He is for you. So trust in His plan. Trust Him. Trust in God's timing because His way is perfect. Thank you for watching, and God bless.